Everybody, it's Norma, and I am filming my May candle empties video. I'm always kind of astonished at how many candles I actually burn through a month, because I swear, I'm trying to reduce my stash, and you see how many candles I burn a month, and I swear, I'm not making a dent. I can't tell where I've made any kind of accomplishment in my candle stash reducing efforts. I guess it doesn't help that I keep buying, although if you guys have noticed, my hauls have been a lot smaller than they have in previous years, so I still think I'm burning more than I'm bringing in, but maybe not. One day I have to kind of sit down and do the math and try to figure this out. But anyway, so here we have it, May empties. Now, May was an unusual month here in Michigan. We had a fairly mild winter, and we had some nice weather in February. May was kind of miserable. I mean, there was at one point in May, the middle of May, it was so dark and dreary and cold, I was afraid it was going to snow. Thank God it didn't, but we had a lot of rain, a lot of gray, chilly days. Definitely more reminiscent of, late October, early November versus May. So I kind of wanted to really get into fall scents, but I was like, okay, I have all these spring florals from Yankee Candle that I need to work on, because that is basically the bulk of my stash. Florals from Yankee. That's what I have the most of. So it's like, I have to burn them, May and June, because even by like July, I kind of get away from the florals. But April, May, June is when I really get into the florals. Then in July and August, I kind of get more into, your fruity scents, your tropical scents, that type of thing. And, end of August, you start to want your fall scents. So basically, I have a 2 to 3 month window where I can really focus heavily on my florals. And I didn't even feel like it because it was so cold and gray and dreary, but I persevered, I persisted. I said, this is what I'm going to do. And I actually burned a lot of my favorites, so it wasn't such a chore as I thought it was going to be. As you're going to see on this table, I have a lot of Yankee candles. Every single candle on this table, with the exception of one, is a floral. I did have one bakery scented candle, which was actually a new scent for me, and one that I was very excited to find and love. So I can't wait to tell you about that. But so I guess I'll start with the non-Yankee florals. So in my candle roulette group, my candle group on Facebook, we play a game called Candle Roulette, and what it is every month we vote on a theme, and we have to burn at least one candle that fits that theme during the month. So for the month of May, the theme was a pink candle. So I had to make sure I had at least one pink candle in my collection that I was going to burn from start to finish. Now for me, I normally do burn my candles all the way through. It's very rare that I light a candle and don't finish it. There are some exceptions. The exceptions would be if it's a brand new scent for me and there's a really, really good sale going on, and I'm not sure if it's something that I really want to, stock up on or get backups, I will test the scent. The other exception is if it's like a really expensive candle that I can't really, splurge and buy multiple backups of, then I will burn it occasionally. Burn it, put it away, and savor it, because it's one that I'm not going to, be going and buying at the drop of the dime. An example of that is I do have one Cire Trudon candle, one in my collection. The candle's $100. Yes, $100. Actually, and maybe it was $95, but with tax and shipping, it was $100, people. I'm not going to be burning that like lickety split to get rid of it. No, I'm going to save it for a time when I'm in the mood for it and I can enjoy it, because I'm not going to be running out and buying $100 candles every week. That's just not going to happen. So for the most part, I will finish what I burn. So one of my pink candles that I burned was Peony Petals. Now I think I actually burned one of these in the month of April. I can't remember for sure. I'd have to look at my Empties video, because I know I had 2 of these. So I thought I burnt both of them, but maybe I just went through the one. You know, I know a lot of people like the DW Home brand. I just haven't honestly had that much luck with them. I think the scents are okay, but they tend toward the light side toward me. They just don't quite seem to nail it. They're pleasant. I had no burn issues with it. It burnt really well. This one was a 2-wick, beautiful pink glass. It was a pretty scent, you know, just like a soft peony, you know, similar to a soft rose, but it was like nothing special. It was just okay for me. So I don't think I would repurchase it unless for some reason I wanted a candle that was in a pink container like this. It was just okay to me. But it burnt well. I can't complain about the performance. The throw was, you know, light. It was light. Another pink candle that was a complete surprise to me. People, I can't wait to tell you. If you have been watching any of my videos lately, you will know that me and Root do not have a very good relationship, because I've had some problems with their queen bee size. You know, I've had, you know, some of their large 3-wicks that retail for $65. Those burn okay for me. I've had some in the very glass, which, you know, they've, you know, burn okay, but it's the queen bee size, the size that I just had so many issues with. And so I was completely ready to give up on Root after my Hosta candle. My Hosta was horrendous. I had 2 of them. Worst candle probably I've ever burnt in my life. And then I also had their Lavender Vanilla, which was slightly better, but it wasn't stellar by any means. And, you know, these candles are expensive. They're expensive to ship. It's rare that Root has free shipping. So I was like, you know what? They're just not worth it to me. So I was pleasantly surprised at this one. This is Rose Petals. Now, you still will see some residue on the jar. It's not going to be, you know, as clean as a burn as the Yankee. But this one pulled out great. It threw great. It's basically just like a fresh rose petal scent. I was really surprised. It was completely different in performance as some of my other Root candles that I had tried, in particular the Hosta, which was horrendous. But I've had lemon scone, frosted lemon scone. It wasn't as bad as the Hosta, but, you know, it took forever and ever to pull out, and it had a light throw. And I sincerely believe it's some kind of wick issue, because the wick on this was different than my Hosta wick, which was always drowning out. It looked like a little glowing ember, where this had, you know, nice high flame. It burnt great. So I was really excited, and I have heard since then that their Root is aware that they do have problems with particular scents, and in particular 2 that I tried, the Hosta and Lavender Vanilla. So a word to the wise, just don't buy those scents. But this one, Rose Petal, did great. So it is one I actually, if I place another Root order, which won't be this year, maybe sometime next year, I would repurchase this one. Okay, my other pink candles are Yankee, so I will wait to show them. I did mostly like pink and purple candles. So I did burn Colonial candle, Wild Iris. I did do a review on this one a couple years ago, and it's ironic because, you know, your sense of smells and your taste changes over time. When I burnt this one 2 years ago, I absolutely loved it. And I bought more because I absolutely loved it. And I think maybe part of me was I was just so shocked and excited at getting a candle that actually throws. Performance was excellent. Now, I did have a shade on it. When I first started it, I had it in my infinity holder, and it was kind of not really pulling out all the way at the ends. So I took it out of there, put a shade on it, which normally I don't use shades anymore, but I do have shades for these 22-ounce oval jars. And it was perfect after that. Beautiful wax pull. I think the shade did inhibit the throw a little bit, but I could still smell it. But it was perfect performance. So I can't complain. But I wasn't as fond of the scent this time around as I was the first time. It's kind of a fruity floral, which is not my favorite type of floral to begin with. But for some reason this time I was picking up more of the soapy note, and I do not like soapy florals. That, I draw the line there. I don't like real heavy perfumey florals, and I don't like soapy florals. I tend to like more fresh green florals or warm spicy florals. That's where my floral wheelhouse is. So unfortunately I was picking the soapy note up in this more. I think I have one more in this scent. So after that I probably won't repurchase it. You know, there are other Colonial candles I like better. So I'll enjoy the last one that I have. You know, it was beautiful burning. But yeah, for me, I don't think I would get again. And then the final candle, other than my bakery one, that is not a Yankee, everything else on this table is Yankee, is by Henri Bendel in Velvet Oud, and I've burnt multiples of these already. This has been in many of my empty videos, so I don't really need to talk about it any further, except for those of you who live near a white barn. Right now, as you probably know, this is June 9th, 2017. Bath & Body Works is having their semi-annual sale. And I know there's been a lot of talk about the prices going up and down, and people are disappointed about not finding 75% off candles and all of that. But if you live near a white barn, there's a really, really good deal going on. Although even there, it is varying from store to store. I have 3 white barns in my immediate area, and I called all 3 of them last week because someone in my Facebook group had gone to White Barn and bought an Henri Bendel candle, and it was 50% off. And I was like, what? And they were going, yeah, all the candles are 50% off. Now, if you guys are familiar with Henri Bendel, it's rare to see a sale like that. They have their 50% off sale, which these candles retail for $30 once a year. They go down to $15. And you have to go to their website, or you have to go to an Henri Bendel store to take advantage of that sale. You can't use Bath & Body Works coupons. So the best deal you can get from them is $15 unless it goes on clearance. And then you may be lucky to get it for, 60, 75% off. But in general, the best sale they ever do is 30%, except once a year they will do the 50% off. And it's one day only. It's a one day only sale, and they clear out. So right now, if you guys are by a White Barn, call them and see. Because I called 3 stores. One said, nope, they're not on sale. Another store said, yes, every Henri Bendel candle is on sale until they're gone. Another store said, only select scents are on sale. So call your store, find out, because not only are they 50% off, but you can use your Bath & Body Works 10 off of 40 coupon to make a better deal. So $15 each, get 3 of them, or get 2 and something else to get up to the 40. You can't get a better deal than that, people. You just can't. So maybe the regular Bath & Body Works candles are disappointing this year. This is the deal. So hightail it to your White Barn if you have one. Okay, So let's get on to our Yankees. All of these, except for 2 Pure Radiance candles, are repeats. So I'll start with the Pure Radiance first. I have one in Rose Amber and one in Casablanca Lily. Now this one isn't finished, but I'm including it in my empties. I had to stop burning it because I was testing a couple candles, so it didn't quite finish. This one, as you can see, still has some wax, but the wick moved. That's one of my pet peeves about, you know, a lot of these soft wax candles. That just seems to happen. Rose Amber, to me, I didn't really get the amber. It just smelled like, you know, similar to fresh cut roses or rose petal from Root. It just smelled like a fresh green type rose scent. It was nice, but it was nothing special because I have so many other rose candles. I just didn't need another basic rose, and to me it was a basic rose. It would have been nice if I could have picked up some warm deep amber notes, but I just didn't. And it was a light thrower. So I had another one which I ended up taking back and exchanging for this. This is Casablanca Lily and Iris, and I just love it. It's, to me, this is a warm, spicy floral, similar to your Oriental Lily smell. If you like dianthus, carnations, it's that type of warm, spicy scent. Now, one of the candles I burnt this month was Yankee Candle Stargazer Lily. This came out as a treasure a couple years ago, and I thought I was going to love it because I actually love Stargazer lilies. I just love that warm, spicy floral scent. And I mean, this is a nice floral, but to me it just didn't smell like a true Stargazer lily. It felt like a fake lily, or smelled like a fake lily. To me, the Casablanca lily is more Oriental Lily to me. It's just got that warm, spicy, like a carnation type scent. So if you like Oriental Lily scents, I prefer this over that. Unfortunately, you know, even this one's a treasure that's not available unless you can find it on eBay or the outlet somewhere. And they are discontinuing the Pure Radiance. So I bought the last 3 candles my store had. There's another store in my area that I have not gone to yet. If I get a chance to before the sale, and I'll try to snap up a couple more, or maybe I can find it at the outlet when I go this summer. But yeah, they're discontinuing the Pure Radiance candles, so if you guys like this set, grab them if you can find them. And if you like lily scents in general, or even carnation scents, I think you should try to check it out before it goes away. Okay, so let's put these away. I talked about the Stargazer Lily. This one actually, you know, a little tunneling, completely my fault due to my lack of time, but the scent is okay. It threw decent. I actually had this burning in my main room where I'm filming right now, and I had it on my coffee table, and I could smell it like when I'm sitting on the sofa or if I'm like hovering in the area, but it didn't really throw me on that. I originally had this burning in my bedroom, and it did better there. So it's more of a bedroom type scent. Okay, so let's keep moving, because everything else is just repeat. I did lilac blossoms. Lilac is in the 3-wick tumbler. These were some that I picked up at Burlington Coat Factory probably 3 years ago. They burnt good, you know, once I got past that first burn, which took a while. Did a lot better than my lavender from April. Threw well. I had both of these going. I would have like one of these and 2 of these going at the same time in my great room, and it smelled like lilac blossoms. You know, I like Yankee Candle's lilac blossom, so I was happy with that. Now, I did, on my tumblers, I had to keep an eye on these wandering wicks and move them. They kept wandering to the edge. So I think each one of these I had to move at least twice, if not 3 times. You know, take a butter knife and just move it toward the middle to keep it away from the edge. which is, a pain, and it's a little bit of a hazard. So I'm just trying to burn through some of my smooth wax 2-wick tumblers because of that, because I just don't really want to get them anymore. Similar thing with my pillars in Lemon Lavender. I did have to watch these wicks and move them back to the center, but other than that, these performed really well. They pulled out good. I did have an Illumilid on them. I put the flat style, not the domed, through. You guys know me. I love Lemon Lavender. So I had 2 pillars and 3 large jars going. This is the writing jar version that you can pick up at Marshall's Home Goods. And yeah, it did really well. I love Lemon Lavender. I can't fathom how no one likes it, but I know there's a lot of people out there that don't, but it's one of my favorites. Here was another pink candle for the May Brulee. This is Plumeria. This is a Home Goods version that I picked up 2 or 3 years ago. It came out around Mother's Day, I think. And just another lovely floral from Yankee. I mean, Yankee does their florals well, so I've always had good luck with them. It's when I start venturing in some of their other scents where I start experiencing issues with throw and things like that. But the florals have always done well for me, including this one. I did 2 of the blue Hydrangea, another strong performer from Yankee when it comes to the florals. Yeah, this one's a strong one. I did have 2 of these going in my computer room because while one would scent the room, it was more of a background scent. 2 really gives you the bang for your buck. And like I said, I was just trying to burn as many as I could because I just have so many candles. And since it was a gray, rainy month, it was really comforting to wake up in the morning and light all my candles before I went to work, and then come home and light them all again because it was just gray and chilly outside. So anyway, there you guys have it. Oh, no, I got one more. Oh, 2 more. I almost forgot. 2 more. Another Yankee. Tahitian Nights. This is new this spring. I had 2 of these. I actually end up exchanging my second one for another Casablanca Lily and Iris. And the main reason is, while I like the scent, it's not what I expected. White wax, Tahitian Nights, you got like a hula dancer on there. I was just expecting something warm and tropical, like a vanilla with a hint of floral, something like probably something more along the lines of Dreamy Summer Nights, that kind of scent. This smells really masculine to me, and when I first burned it, it wasn't pulling out very well, and it was tunneling. So I ended up cutting out some of the wax, and I threw it into one of my electric warmers, and wow, the scent came alive. It just filled my bathroom, spilled out into my bedroom, and I'm walking around my condo like, where in the heck is that scent coming from? Because I was not expecting it from this candle. And then I was like, it smells so familiar. What am I smelling? And then it hit me. It smells like Kringle's Archives without the tobacco note. If you guys have smelled Kringle Archives, you'll know what I'm talking about. I just did not expect that kind of scent from this. I was expecting something warm and floral and tropical, and this is like a masculine, bam in your face type of scent, to me anyway. I definitely think it smells like Kringle Archives minus the tobacco. In fact, when I compared the scent notes, they share a lot of similarities, so it makes sense. It just was not what I was expecting. So while I do like the scent, I do have Kringle Archives that I will be burning in the fall, and I just really didn't need this, and I really wanted more of this, so I end up exchanging my second one. Okay, so one more candle. As you saw, I had all florals going on here with the exception of this candle. And this is a candle that, you know, everybody in my group was on the hunt for because Kroger had them on sale. I don't know if they were on clearance or what's going on with them. It looked to me like they were on clearance because the Kroger I went to, believe me, to get this candle was quite a story. Because I normally don't shop at Kroger's because it's a little bit, there's just not one on my way. And I live right across the street from a Myers, which is like, you know, a store similar to like a Walmart. They got, you know, you get groceries, clothes, whatever you want, they have it. So I just don't need to go to Kroger's. So I went through this whole rigmarole. I didn't know you had to have a Kroger card to take advantage of the sale, and then I had to stand in line while somebody was doing this huge exchange. It was a nightmare to get this candle. And I was like, when I came home, I said, this candle had better be worth it. I'm going to kill you guys. Because it was just quite an ordeal for me to go to Kroger's and buy this candle. But this is from Tuscany. And this is lemon sugar cookie. And they had, gosh, I can't remember what the sale was. Was it buy three, get one? But you had to do like, or buy one, get one. I think it was a buy one, get one. So you had to do like 2 or 4, you know, that kind of thing. And I wanted to get 4 of these, but they only had 3 left. So I ended up getting another scent that's more of a fall scent. So we'll see how that goes because I'm not going to burn it now. But I really wanted to get 4 because on cold, these smelled fabulous. I heard that the melts are not as good, and I would agree because when I smelled the melt on cold, I didn't like it. I was going to get it. I had like a whole bunch of them in my cart. And then I put them back because I was like, I just don't know. And then everyone was like, the melts suck, the candle's fabulous. So I went back and got the candle, and I'm so glad I did. You guys, this is it. This is the lemon bakery scent that I have been waiting for. I've tried so many people, so many, and they just haven't been quite right. You know, I've tried, you know, Village Lemon Pound Cake. It's nice, but it has that hazelnut note in it and not enough lemon. You know, the Root Frosted Lemon Scone, okay, but I had burn issues, I had throw issues, and it just wasn't quite right. Yankee came out with, you know, the lemon Girl Scout cookies. Fabulous scent. I could not smell mine at all. It's just been like the holy grail trying to find a lemon cookie scent. Because for some reason, it seems like such a basic scent, but you can't find it. You just can't find a good lemon cookie scent that gives you the sugar, that gives you the bakery cookie note, and gives you some tart lemon, and throws. It just seems impossible to find. This is it. This is it. Now, admittedly, there were a little bit of wick issues. Some people were concerned because the wicks on this candle are really thin. Now, these are 2-wick paraffin wax candles. My first few burns, I had no problems whatsoever. Even though the wicks were super thin, it burnt great. Toward the middle, actually, you know, past the middle, I did start having some drowning wick issues, but I just kept burning it. It did correct itself eventually. So other than that little hiccup, you know, right around here, you can even see there's like some residue there. So that's about where it happened. Other than that, it burnt great. The scent to me is exactly what I've been looking for in a lemon sugar cookie type scent. And I had it on my stove, which, as you guys know, is my dead zone. I can never smell candles there, but I like to have candles there because I just like how they look in that location. I could smell it. I could smell it. So I'm so happy I have 2 more. I wish I had 3 more, but I only have 2. And I haven't been able to hit any other Kroger stores to see if I can find more or what. But if I see more of these, I will pick them up. I absolutely loved it. And I was really excited to finally find a good lemon sugar candle. So there you guys have it. That is my empties for the month of May. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe below. And have a blessed day.